Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the fastest podcast on the airwaves today, the Cat's Corner Podcast, with your host, Ernest the Cat Miller, and your co-host, Ray W. Don't mean to trouble you, Keziah. On the microphone, I Spitfire. What's going on this morning, Mr. Cat?
Well, today's show, man, is kind of, I don't know. I woke up this morning. I went and I ran 5 miles. I do that every morning. I lift weights. I stretch. I start the morning off good. But somebody asked me at the gym today, like, Cat, a little black guy, he was about maybe 18, 20, say he thought about maybe getting into wrestling. And he asked me a question that it was hard for me to answer. He asked me, how does it feel to be a black man in pro wrestling?
And what did you say?
I never really thought about it. It was hard for me to answer because I see no color.
Oh, okay.
But I'm black.
You are? Okay. It's news to me, but all right.
And
So you don't see color.
I really don't see color on myself. I notice people for who they are. I got friends who just happen to be white. I got friends who just happen to be black, brown, So I really don't see color. But you know what? At certain times I feel a certain way though. I felt like I was an outsider. And I couldn't figure it out why. I was making just as much money as John Cena, The
What?
Rock. I was making just as much money as those guys. So it wasn't like somebody was taking something away from me. I was being paid the way I thought I should be paid. But at times I felt like this is not for you. This is not for me.
What made you feel that way?
I just don't know, man. It just seems like things were made to feel for somebody else. And
Was it management?
I just happened to be a part of it. It wasn't management.
Was it the boys?
It wasn't the boys. It was just me. It was the business. It was the business. I've heard people say, you guys have basketball, you guys have football, we have wrestling.
And
And I
hockey.
tried to I tried to figure out what that meant. And bro, you gonna keep playing or you gonna let me get this off my chest?
Well, you left out hockey. I mean, goodness
And
gracious.
why I didn't want hockey got nothing to do with
Well,
this.
you were naming sports. I was going to
No,
throw
I
in
wasn't.
NASCAR.
See, you
You
the kind
said
of
you said you have basketball and football,
bro. I
and
don't
we
see
have
I
wrestling.
don't see color. But when a cracker talk too much, that's what I mean. You put me into that mode to see exactly what you are.
You put you in a racist frame of mind already this
Bro,
morning.
I never said anything about hockey
I know you left it conveniently out of your conversation when you
because
said,
I was trying to prove a point. I was trying to prove a point. The point
"Okay,
was what people say. People say there's more black in the NFL, there's more blacks in the NBA than there are in the other color.
and that's true based on the
I mean,
statistics."
you don't know the facts. You just calling off some. Look it up there. You got a computer right there in front of you. Put your little fat fingers
I'm gonna
on the
slap you.
key and see exactly what those numbers are. Don't just
What
speak. Don't just
percentage?
speak. Speak and don't know what you're talking about and act like it's facts.
I'm listening. Go ahead.
So So yeah, I felt funny. I mean, how you feel funny as a black man in this business? Sometimes you feel like this business is not for me. and it's not put in. They don't include me on some of the good stuff that I thought they should be. Like for instance, somebody asked me, WWE was just here in town, and
No,
I can.
I was gonna ask you that, how you actually felt when Bad Blood was in town on a company that you used to work for and didn't get an invitation to be sitting like at ringside, but I saw all those other people that really weren't from Atlanta, and I don't dare say they were all white. I didn't see a black guy in the bunch. And it made me feel a certain kind of way, to be honest with you. Now I know you were in San Antonio doing your thing, making money and all that good stuff at a meet and greet, and probably couldn't have done it anyway. But it would probably been nice to have been invited, I would think. Not speaking for you, but I'm just saying I know how I would have felt had I been a legend. How
Well,
did you feel?
you are speaking for me.
No, I'm
You
not. So
give
how did it make you feel?
you know what? I didn't think about it because I got friends in WWE that I could call and say, "Hey, I need 2 tickets," and they'd say, "Okay, we got them for you." But
Okay.
when you see a company that you work for and you see that they're in your town and you see every black rapper and music guy in the back walking around that had to be invited. You see the mayor who was there who just happened to be black, who had to be invited. And then you see what they call the legends who had to be invited. And most of the legends are legends. They bigger than that my name was ever in the business. But I was just looking at, why did they not invite me and say, "Hey, Ernest the Cat Miller is in Atlanta. He's a pretty decent name. He's a good guy. He work in the community. He teach karate to hundreds and hundreds of kids. He go to schools and put on demonstration. He put on rape classes. He do
What?
yeah, I put on classes to
Rape prevention. Let's back
rape.
up. Rape prevention classes,
Okay,
folks.
all right. I've been
All
watching
right. I don't want
PD.
you out here teaching people how to rape people. That ain't what we do on this
Well,
show.
well, let's not play with that because that's
I
serious.
know.
But
That's
what you
true.
do is self defense against rape. It's self defense against. See, but be serious with it because some of the people I work with are people that were really deeply
Affected by it.
scarred
Mhm.
by something that happened in their lifetime.
It's not a
And
funny subject, but go ahead.
so
I'm with you.
so what I'm trying to do is with that right there. Let's get back on topic. Let's get back on topic. We can talk about that later. Me and my
Do
self
you hang
defense
on
and
one second? Do you want me to
reclaim.
answer the question though? 73.2% of NBA players are African American. 53% of African Americans are NFL players. So that last
53.
one, 53. So it's 47% other nationalities and other. I mean, some Samoan, some white, some blah blah blah.
So
But
so why I wonder why do people look at these sports, the NFL, NBA, and just say, okay, it's all black.
well, the word they use is predominantly black. That is the word. They don't ever say all black. It's predominantly
And
black,
now, now,
and
now,
based
now,
on the
now,
figures,
listen,
it is. If
bruh,
it's over 50%, it's
listen,
predominant.
to prove a point, most of the people they don't break down the numbers. What they do is they just tell you, "Hey, NFL is all black." That's what they say. That's me talking to these guys who might some might be white, some might be black, but this is what they say. They're all of black. Now, as a black wrestler, sometimes I feel like this is not for us. I'm just good at it.
Yeah,
The management sometimes had put you in situation where you felt like an outsider. Like all the legend they brought into town at the pay-per-view. I didn't see not one black guy. I know they said Booker T was here. They probably said Ron Simmons was here. So those are black names that are legends.
absolutely they are. So what? Where were they hiding out in the back somewhere because they weren't on
That I
camera?
mean, that didn't see him on camera when they said, "Hey, these are some of the legend." There was a couple of name guys that I know came into town just for this,
Yeah.
just for this
Now,
pay. Now maybe I don't know what the listen. I don't know what their intention are with the wrestlers. Think about it. Maybe they got a storyline that they're working on. Maybe they're working on the storyline, and maybe they brought these particular guys in because they're gonna use them on down the line. I don't know. But to
Okay.
me, they were introduced as legends, just happened to be in the audience at the show. And maybe it's a WWE thing and not a WCW thing.
Well, they're doing it more and more. I've noticed that they are doing more and more of the legends at the premium live events and the bigger shows in the bigger towns for SmackDown and Raw, that they're highlighting and panning the audience for either celebrities or, which are in pop culture, which are actors and sports people and legends of the sport of wrestling, which you keep
Okay.
calling not a sport,
I mean that
but it
don't
is.
make any. I mean we got so much stuff, man. I mean I don't want to go there because I don't want to sound like a bitter ex WWE wrestler. I worked in WWE for a little while,
Sure did.
and you see how calm I am right now. Right now I'm
Yeah.
very calm. I'm
Hmm.
cool. I'm in control, self control. But every now and then, I hear things. I had a friend to tell me this. He just happened to be a black wrestler in WWE for a little while. He was a pretty well known black wrestler. Let's not even use the term black. Very well known wrestler. And we just had a man to man conversation. We ran into each other at the airport. We just had a man to man conversation. Black to black, hard to hard.
Okay.
And he said to me, I said, "How you doing?" And I'm great. I feel good. But he said something about, and maybe you can look this up because it can mean something different than the way I took it. He said something about a gatekeeper. Did you hear that?
I heard the word gatekeeper, yeah. And who was he? What was the context in the word? Who was he calling a gatekeeper?
It's almost something looking at you like you'd be the gatekeeper of a hamburger building. You know what I'm saying? Big Macs,
So disrespectful.
anything. Yeah, but I mean, a gatekeeper of the black wrestlers in WWE.
Meaning that, or in a way that would hold them back. Is that how you took that? Is it
I
this
don't,
person?
I didn't take it either way or the other. He just said, and I'm gonna tell you, he said Triple H is that
Oh,
gatekeeper. He said
okay.
Triple
So
H is
Triple
the
H was the
gatekeeper.
gatekeeper.
To me, it sounds like Triple H is that man that keep the position of black wrestler in their place. You got one guy that stand outside the gate, let people in who's supposed to be in, and let people out that not supposed to be in.
Well, it's interesting that you would say that about him when in the media scrum following Bad Blood, he was asked point blank about the lack of black wrestlers on the card. And he retorted with this answer of, I don't see color. I just see talent. And at this stage of the game, it's not about white or black. It's about talent with me. So that was my best Triple H, by the way. I am the game. And anyway, so I took from that obviously it is being noticed by more and more people that black people are not getting a certain push, possibly, and it's starting to be noticeable to maybe some of the media people, because that was a media person that asked the question. So maybe your guy's on to something. Maybe he's ahead of the curve, so to speak, when he's calling him a gatekeeper. He might be. Who knows? He deflected it. And Booker T came out later and supported Triple H, saying it wasn't a white or a black thing.
Hey, wait a minute. Wait, see, that's what I hate. I mean, Booker T is a black wrestler that have had a job with WWE for many, many, many years. And
Winning.
he's still working there. He'd have made a lot of money. He'd have they've done a lot of things for him. So I don't understand
He
why
took the he
you
took
why people so surprised when Booker T come out, the other black guy come out and say, "Oh, there's not racism here. There's nobody here racist."
We're Resite. Of course we offer all-inclusive site work. We're Resite. Of course we have a dynamic site crew. We're Resite. We have secure foundations. We're Resite. Of course we're good stewards. Resite redefines the way site work is done. Contact us at resite.com. It's re-site.com.
Okay. Well, I'm just letting you know what he said because he was the only one that really retorted and got out there on X, or formerly Twitter X now, that and said he don't feel like Triple H is being racist. He feels like it's totally, if you have it, you have it, and if you don't, you don't. And I'm seeing a lot of African American wrestlers that I feel have it in the ring, on the microphone. I feel
Keep
like
talking. Keep talking. I got to make this call.
Okay. Are you trying to get our special guest on the line? Anyway, but other than that, I see a lot of things that I would have done differently. I don't think they utilized the Hurt Business very well, and as a result, now they're gone.
Did you get the email?
And they're headed to the competition.
I just sent the email to you.
All right. So now he's on the phone, ladies and gentlemen, with our special guest on our first podcast of the week, and they're going to get their link and jump on this Zoom call with us.
But you know what though, Big Ray? That's in every sport. I know you got a little upset when I say that the
that was
NFL,
off camera.
The NFL. I know you got a little upset when I said that about the NFL.
Well, I have to apologize to you. I have to apologize to you because in my mind, I thought in my mind it was more that 73, 74% in the NFL, but 53 really shocked me. That means it's pretty equal.
Well, that's what I'm saying. When you try to talk to a person of the other race, you
right.
and me,
the
first thing you want to do is bring up big numbers. Oh, it's not all black. It's not.
Did I just now apologize to you?
Bro, I don't have to accept your apology right now.
Well, Can I finish? Much of a person if you don't accept a man's apology when he's earnestly, no pun intended.
Now based on your hurt, you're going to dictate on what kind of person I am.
I'm just telling you, that's just wrong. Anyway, you look at it. Let's welcome our special guest.
We call that entitlement.
Yeah, right. That's what I'm hearing. So would you like to welcome our very special guest?
Not yet, because I want to carry this into that. When I say that NFL, and I use the term in black NFL, there are more blacks in there, 53%, than there are white and in the other race. It's 53% black. But there are positions that are known to not be for the black athlete or the black football player. And that was quarterback. That was quarterback. They said the black man couldn't play quarterback because he didn't think enough. He was too slow. He was too slow. People used to say that. But now you look at some of the best quarterbacks right now, and most entertaining people at that position are the black player. But there's still white players that get paid just as much money for being average. Now, I'm going to bring in this guy from the NFL because I want to talk to him about that position and that way of thinking. So bring him in if you want to.
Keldrick Dunn. Welcome, Mr. Dunn, to the Cat's Corner podcast. It's great to see you this morning. Hope you're doing well.
Thank you. Doing great, Ray. Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Yes, sir.
Finally, I get out here and get invited for this Cat's Corner.
Okay, so Big Ray, from what you read about Mr. Dunn, KD Dunn, right?
Yes, sir.
Why don't you let some of the people who listening to this in on his
His
career?
attributes. Is that what you want me to say?
No, 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 just his career
My
because
bio.
Your
not even the bio because KD and I've been friends for almost KD and I've been friends for almost 30 years.
That's
Since the
awesome. How did y'all meet?
seventh grade.
So you moved from Texas to Georgia?
I moved from Germany back to Atlanta.
Oh, from Germany back to Atlanta
Yeah.
because they had you in here at Fort Cavanos, Texas, which makes
Hey,
sense.
hey,
It
big
It
follow me
Ray,
because
used to be Fort Hood.
right. They changed it. Yeah, that's
Big
right.
Ray, Big Ray, read off his career in the NFL if you can find it.
Well, I definitely can find it. I'm sitting here looking at it, brother. Well, we'll start with the Wikipedia. He was a tight end. Played for the St. Louis Cardinals in 1985. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers from 85 to 86. The Washington Redskins, now Commanders, 1987. He was a New York Jet from 1988 to 1989. A Cleveland Brown from 1990 to 1991. And then he went on to, I guess, the Canadian Football League to the Montreal Machine. But he was a Super Bowl champion in Super Bowl 22 and a national champion for Mr. Danny Ford and those Clemson Tigers in 1981. Again, welcome. He was a tight end like no other. And I remember watching you play as a lifelong Dallas Cowboy. I do remember you playing for sure. And you were hard to guard. Hard to guard.
Quit lying, Ray. You ain't got the kiss. You ain't got
Hey,
the kiss
man.
ass like that, Ray.
Listen, why you
You
always
got
trying
the
to dog
kiss
Ray
ass.
on me all the time?
He's done it, baby. And I know that.
Done it all. There you go. Talk to him, Ray.
Well, KD, it's good to have you on this Cat's Corner, baby. You know, I
It's
want
about
you to
time.
listen. Bro, don't come on my show yelling at me. I do the yelling around here. You hear
I
me?
don't worry about your show. I've been yelling at you for a long time, little boy.
Yeah. So, KD, I see you trying to show off your Super Bowl ring. Can we see that thing? Let us see it. Look at that big ring.
I'm not trying to show it out.
That boy looking good. So, KD, what have you been up to, man? Tell me about what you've been up to lately. I know you left the NFL. You became a teacher, coach. Tell us about that.
Yeah. Left the profession, couldn't play no more. Well, they weeded me out pretty much. So it was like, you got to find something to do now. So I fall back on my education because I did go back to school during the off season and to get my degree.
What degree did you get from Clemson, right?
Yeah, industrial education degree. And then I went on and got in the teaching field because I was influenced by my aunt and my mom. They're former teachers, 30 years former teachers. So I fell into that profession in coaching.
Did you coach and teach at the high school level?
High school and middle school, yes.
Okay.
I've done that for the past 30 years.
My wife is a retired school teacher, so special place in my heart for school teachers, most underpaid profession in the world, in my opinion.
What are you talking about? For real.
But KD, you was a coach as well, too. I mean, you started at the, the lower level, you was an assistant coach, right?
Yep. Absolutely.
So tell me about that. How did you fall into that position or that place?
Well, my first coaching stint was at Lithonia Junior Varsity. And I was teaching at Reed High School at the time. No, I was at the middle school. I was at elementary school at the time. And then I got the gig over there. And all the kids were, I was just as young and enthusiastic and running around with the kids, running routes, playing defense shots. I was just, I wanted to just a coach. I show you how to do it, how you get it done. I was more of an example type guy.
So the
kids, they glued to that. And so, right from then on, then that's how I've been.
So
overactive coach.
you were kind of eager to get out there. I mean, you had the energy. You was still pretty young, you
Yeah.
know.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I still could play. In my mind, I still could play.
Yeah. So let me ask you something. How was it to transition in from and being the assistant coach to where later on you became the head coach? What differences and what how different was that transition?
Well, I was groomed into it. I had a bunch of head coaches that groomed me. Coach Clore, Kevin Whitley was one of my great mentors, and up to the day now is one of my best friends. And they groomed me into that. And by being assistant, they gave me different responsibilities. That one day you become a head coach, and they gave me a coordinator position. It gave me parents liaison, and then different duties within coaching aspect, head coaching aspect. So, and that brought me on when I was a head coach back in 2018 at Redan High School, Stone Mountain, Georgia.
So with you being now assistant coach, head coach, was in the time well, there's a time between assistant and head coach when you thought about going back to the NFL or trying out again to play like you still did you think you still had it?
Early on, I thought I did. I really did. Then after I gotten older, then I find myself couldn't hardly wake up at night. I mean, in the morning, I had to rock about 3 times to wake up to get up. It's kind of hard on your knees and hard. And you've been playing for a while. You've been playing since what? Middle school, elementary, and you went all through college and then pros. It kind of takes a toll on you. And then it kind of kept your shoulders and everything aches and hurts. So right then it told me I was better as a coach than a player.
Well, I
So
wouldn't
you
say that unless you're a hell of a coach, because you was a hell of a player for sure. How's your
Thank
head?
you.
How's your head? Everybody talks about the concussions and the CTE and stuff. Do you feel any after effects from it?
Every day,
Every
every
day.
day, every day. It's kind of hard sometimes. Wake up in the morning, I would walk outside and forget my keys. Then I tell them I go in and I have to do a major routine. I just say wallet, keys, ring. Make sure I have everything in order before I walk out. So it's kind of disturbing, kind of hard sometimes, but I try to deal with it in certain, you know, self remedy, stuff like that. But other than that, like on the field, just try to deal with it.
Yeah.
so if you can reach back in time, knowing what you just explained to us, if you could reach back in time, would you do it all over again?
I do it better. If I knew what I knew now, I'd do it a lot better. I
And
probably
what do you mean? What does that mean? Better?
I, I probably play another position. I stayed at
Okay,
linebacker, and I
okay.
probably been Hall of Famer right about now.
I mean, you got a smirk kind of look on your face, the way you shake your head. I mean, like you just said something. I don't understand that. Why are you so
I
arrogant?
know, I know you don't know that would probably be you, Ernest Clifford
I'm just
Basically,
Miller.
what he's saying is he's a better linebacker than you are, Cat. That's what he was saying.
I'm just asking this dude, 'cause when he finished that little conversation he just had right there, when he finished that statement, he kind of shook his head left and right,
Yeah,
like
kind of looking at you.
yeah.
Yeah.
I can see through those glasses, Mr. KD. But Mr.
Uh-huh.
Get your
KD,
ass up, Ernest.
Mr. KD, but I want to ask you this right here.
Got plenty of stories, Ray, by the way. Elementary, high
I,
school, college.
let's look at this: high school, college, NFL. What time do you think you appreciated football the most,
Mm.
and why?
That's a pretty good question, Ernie.
I was going to say,
I didn't think you could come up with that.
Kalita wrote that one. Kalita
Oh,
wrote that
okay.
question.
I think I was more appreciated playing high school ball because and then off to college. I think it started really in high school that when I really started the love of the game. I really showed some more emotion of the game, and I really showed appreciation of the game through my teammates. And I started to build that camaraderie. I really built some, some really true friendship coming out of high school, and press that on to college. So I think I really appreciate it. I think the real ground roots came from my coaches. They put some. It was really about the team, not about me. It was about the team effort, and things that we did together, on and off the field. I think that started my kickoff.
Can I ask one question? Out of the
Yes.
three, high school, college, and pros, who do you remain friends with more? Is it more high school teammates that you talk to on the regular, college players, or your brothers in arms of the NFL? Who do you talk to the most?
I think I got a little splash of each, because I've got Ernest, who calls me every day. I can't get rid of his ass. So Ernest and George and a couple other high school, in college. I got Tyrone Davis, my roommate, a lot of Dwayne Walker, Kenneth Danforth. I got all the guys who used to hang out, Terry Kennard, all those guys. And in college, you got Jackie Walker calls me every day, Alex Gordon, and Tim Brody. I got a little sprinkle of both, of all of them, of all three.
Well, awesome. let me ask you this right here. Who are some of the bigger names? When I say big names that most people recognize, who are those guys in your time that you played with?
We're talking about doing college, pro?
I know about high school and college. We're talking about pro, baby. You're the NFL legend. We ain't calling you because of the college you went to.
Well, you got
the high school.
You got Bruce Smith out of Buffalo, came out of Virginia Tech. You got Lawrence Taylor, North Carolina.
The best linebacker there ever.
Right there, baby. I'm holding the helmet in my hand. Hold it.
Yeah. I give it to him. He's one of the best. Yeah, I can't say nothing about that, man. I mean, we used to at the Jets. We used to we had to find where 56 was. Wherever 56 was, that designated what our play was going to be. We're always going to run away from 5-6, but I always had to identify where he was.
Did you ever have to block him?
Of course. The left tackle couldn't block him. I had to help. They wanted me to help him out.
And how hard was it?
That was easy 2-on-1. That wasn't bad.
Oh, okay. All right.
One-on-one is the story. You go one-on-one, you're gonna get embarrassed.
He's a monster.
Absolutely.
And so KD, did anybody else in your family play pro ball? Or?
No, they did not.
They didn't. Okay. So what do you think? What do you think it came from in you? Because usually it's like pops who played college ball or could have played pro but played a little sports, and then the son take it a little further. What did it come from in you? I know you come from a big family.
A big family. Come on, Ernest. You trying to be funny. You trying to talk about my sisters? I ain't gonna talk about your skinny brother. But anyway,
hey, bro.
No, I think what it was, I think my father, he played a little flag football. My mother she played volleyball. And I think
hey, bro, I know your dad, he had 2 left knees. He couldn't even dance. How did he play flag football? You lying, KD. I think you lying, KD.
He played flag football. I remember I came out there and watched. I didn't say he was good, but anyway. Okay. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, I think what happened was I think I did a lot of activities outside. I wasn't an inside type guy. I was always outside playing around, doing stuff, jumping around, playing basketball, mimicking different stuff. So I think that carried on to my athletic ability.
You know, this is what I always want to ask you. How did you choose Clemson? You had about how many scholarship offers did you have your
A
senior
lot,
year?
a lot,
Yeah.
extremely a lot. It was so much that my mother got frustrated. She said, "Well, I'm tired of all these people calling me. Look here, you're gonna go to Morris Brown where I went. We ain't gonna worry about all
Yeah.
this." I was like,
Yeah.
okay. Nah, I was influenced by our high school coach, Coach Killam. Coach Killam sat me down and said, "Look here, guy. All these guys keep coming. You got this Clemson guy keep coming in here, and you know Jeff Bryant had already went there, so Jeff Bryant was in
Yeah.
my ear, trying to recruit me on the sly.
Now,
And
Jeff Bryant played how many years?
he played 12 years with the
I got
Seahawks.
to get Jeff on here too. I think we should have
You should
got me,
have had
you,
him
and
on here
Jeff.
at the same
Yeah.
time. He'll tell you
Yeah.
like it is.
Yeah.
But his longevity, that was one guy that I kind of looked up to. I should, if what I know now, I should have been working out with that guy and see what his workout off season
Man,
and his off
Jeff was
season
too
workout.
big. Jeff was too big. Jeff was a big guy, and
Yeah.
you was just like a natural 6'3", 218 pounds. But then you kind of blew up when you got
235.
then you
235.
kind of blew up when you got into the NFL, KD. And what I
Yeah.
want to know, KD, when did you ever use steroids?
Absolutely not. I sure thought about it to keep up with the competition, but I was like, well, no, I could do that on my own because I was not a weightlifter. You know, more legs than more lower body than upper body, but I just used my natural ability, to overstain all that other stuff. But then I just buckled down, just got in the weight room.
Why you
And
wipe your nose like that? Did you do the white cocaine?
of course not, Ernest.
Why
You
you
know
just
that.
wipe your nose? Well, you just wipe your nose like
Me wiping my nose, they ain't got nothing to do. I mean, I had a slight cold earlier.
Okay, all right, all right.
You can't hear the sniffles in me.
Always trying to perpetrate something.
No, I'm trying to ask my man questions, and I'm trying to get a good interview for the people who gonna watch this.
By asking if he was doing illegal drugs.
Hey, shut your mouth, Ray. Ray, shut your damn mouth.
We ain't trying to look at your left ear. There you go. Get on camera.
All right.
Come on, KD. Come on, KD, and tell me about this. What was your workout routine in college?
It was very rigorous. We worked out all the goddamn time. We had like maybe 4 hours workout sheet. I just couldn't stand it. I couldn't stand the long workouts.
But you made it through.
I mean, that was in the weight room, and then so we did stuff outside of the weight room as well, running and agilities and stuff like that. But yeah, they kept us pretty busy.
Now, do you kind of work out right now? I mean, are you keeping that routine up now since you're a retired teacher, coach, NFL player? I mean, I know what you do. You do a lot of golfing, but do you get up and work out and try to make yourself as strong as you can be?
No, you try right now. There's an old age. I'm 61, sir. Ain't nobody gonna be doing that anymore. All you gotta do is I'm just trying to maintain, just trying to stay healthy, hang around for my little granddaughter, and just to try to hold my optimal health. That's all. Just try to look good, still look good. At 61, try to look better than you, Ernest.
Not hard to do.
Hey, Ray, you need to look in the mirror.
Hey, I'm 53, baby. I look great. What are you talking about?
You look like a marshmallow.
Well, you look like one that's been in the campfire, so shut up.
Look like you've been a caveman.
Hey, KD, you
never thought about shaving, sir?
You don't want me to roast you now. I will roast your ass. You understand what I'm saying?
Do you want me to tell you?
We need one of the stories, KD. We need one of the stories that you hold dear in your heart about Mr. Cat.
He don't have one. And if he did, he better watch it.
This dude used to be in elementary school sucking on his ring finger.
No doubt.
I'm like, what are you doing, dude? Oh, shucks. He's supposed to be in there studying and reading. There, he over there halfway asleep, sucking on his ring finger.
Hey, we gonna cut that out, KD. You talk
No,
too
we
much.
ain't.
We gonna talk too much, bro. You talk too much.
What about that one class you used to stay in all the time? Never came out until lunch.
What class was that?
The remedial class in that little trailer.
Hey, what about the class that y'all used to stay in and came out only for lunch?
That's what I'm telling you.
That's the cafeteria. That's the cafeteria.
Did they tell you how you used to run to the lunchroom?
KD, all your classes was in the lunchroom.
Please.
And y'all all had to wear helmets on the small bus when it came to pick you up.
Is that way you always keep your chin strap on?
All right, bro, let's get back on topic, man. We ain't got time to roast. Let's keep this going. Now, KD, right. I got a little game I want to play with you. You say white or black? White or black player? White player or black player? You just said, I'm going to say the position, and I want you to say white or black, whether this position is geared toward the white players or the black players. You understand?
Almost. Say it again.
Now, listen. I'm going to say, like if I say right side tackle, you say white or black. You ready?
So is it it's not really a white or black thing. Is that
no, I wanted to be a white or black thing. I want you to tell me who feel that position the most. Let's just start with let's stay in the NFL.
Well, that's easy. I can cut all that down.
Hold on, wait a minute, brother. I want you to play the game with me. Take it easy. Receiver.
Okay, it's your game.
Yeah, this is my show.
Let's play your game.
Our show.
Okay, receiver.
Black.
What do you mean?
Receiver, you said black. Why do you say black? Ray, get your face out the camera. I want to see KD. KD speaks, so Ray, come on. Okay, so receiver.
Right.
Receiver is what?
Some of the known best receivers have been black.
Okay, all right. How about left tackle?
White.
What?
Yes.
Why?
Some of the best offensive linemen are mostly known to be white.
Okay, let's say
if that's what you want, that's what you want to hear.
Let's say center.
White.
Let's say fullback.
White.
What?
Yes.
Okay, let's say tailback.
Black all day. 100%.
Okay, let's say this right here. Kicker. A punter.
White.
Let's say the punt. What?
White.
What? Let's say I'm trying to figure this out. Let's
you
say
forgot the position?
Questioning
you
the
forgot the position?
Like how many black punters can you name besides Reggie Russell?
No. Just keep moving. Keep moving along. Keep moving along. How about quarterback?
What era?
Ooh, yeah. Now you're knocking on my door. Let's say before 95. Before 95.
95. White.
Wow. Oh my goodness. So who are some of the best quarterbacks right now in the league?
I don't really like football. I don't really watch it. I don't even really,
That surprises me. I figured you would always watch.
No, it's kind of hard to watch now because I still figure I think I can play in my mind.
And what you're watching today really isn't what you played.
No, I mean I can go out and do what those tight ends doing right now. God dang it! I get so pissed off and make the money that they making.
Okay, okay. Let's stay.
That's
Let's stay on topic right now. So let's say here, tight end. Right now, we ain't talking about later. Talking about right now.
white.
Hmm. Hmm.
Back then too.
Yeah. So the only thing I'm trying to
So
trying
I don't know
to
what you're getting at, but I'm gonna try to help you
okay,
out.
well, I'm gonna tell you. Listen, I don't
No.
need you to help me out. Let me tell you
Oh,
what
okay.
I'm
Well then
getting at.
let you go ahead then.
Because this a little bit outside of what you and I are talking about, what we're talking about now. We're talking about like pro wrestling. Pro wrestling, I've heard over and over and over again that pro wrestling wasn't meant for black wrestling. It was a white thing. And that's what I heard. They said all the pro wrestlers,
That's how
you
every
know,
sport started out. What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the business itself. I don't need you to educate me on my business. I don't try to educate you on the NFL.
Well, I
I
haven't even
just
talked to you
ask
about
you,
your. Yeah, I haven't even talked about your little attribute yet. But anyway,
I just ask you in little, what you mean little? I'm a legend.
legend. Okay,
Yeah.
we're gonna talk
Now,
about
now,
that in a minute.
okay. Well, now,
Big KD, little Ernest.
yeah, yeah. That's what you think, baby. Now, Now, I got you to tell me the position and who would play that position mostly, white or black. And you gave me the information I wanted. I wanted to know from an NFL player, somebody who's been there long enough, who are the ones recruited to play that position or either signed to play that position, a white player, a black player. Now, what are the differences between a white offensive guard and a black offensive guard, a white tight end and a black tight end? What are the differences that you think?
It depends on the skill ability. It depends on that person. Each person has each person has their niche. They're good for pulling. They're good for pass blocking. They're better run blocker. It's a difference. It depends. It depends on who it is. I can't say if it's black or white. It depends on the individual.
You did though. You did. I said who would
You
play
said
that
the
position.
majority. You said
Yeah,
who plays that majority of that position. That's what you asked me.
yeah. So I mean, how did you pick white or black then? You pick white or black for
Because
each position.
that's what I was trying to explain to you. One of the major positions.
Hey, KD, you're not talking to me. You talking to the fans. I got you. I'm on your team. I'm just giving you questions that these guys are writing in for to ask you. So go ahead.
But a known position for white guys has been the offensive line. They try to sprinkle them in at tight end. They get them at fullback and quarterback.
Now we want to say
All the
that's
other
you.
skill positions were designed for the black athletes because they know how to run fast and catch.
Oh man, oh my goodness, man, you racist, man. Oh, you think people can
No,
run fast?
you
All this.
racist for bringing this shit up. What are you talking about?
Thank you. It's been this way all
Hey,
day.
Stupid.
KD, we are not
We just know
racist
where you
enough.
stand at.
We are not racist enough because
We're not racist enough.
when a company can tell us, listen, when a company like WWE and WCW and people in the business tell you that this business is not for the blacks, this is for the white business. This is for the white guys.
I don't know where you heard that.
I worked in the business. Don't you hear? You work in the finance business. You probably hear things that we don't hear because we're not in that business. So, KD, let's go back
So
to
let
you.
me ask you a
Who?
question. Let me tell you what happened. You probably know about that.
No,
But
ask me a
you
question.
know about Bear Bryant.
Yeah,
You know how they played that school in Southern California.
yeah.
You know what
I know
happened
the
to them?
story. I
Oh,
know
you
the
know the
story.
story. You
Yeah,
know the
go ahead
story.
and I want you to
Oh,
tell
okay.
the story
Oh,
though.
okay.
Go ahead.
Yeah. They turned
I
around
know
and
the
played.
story.
They scheduled them and played them, right? The fullback and quarterback tore their goddamn butt up. And what did Bear Bryant says? We need to get us one of them boys right there.
Yeah, he started recruiting more blacks to play that position.
And that's right.
So that still don't mean it's right, KD. That's all I'm saying. I'm not trying.
Same analogy for basketball. When Adolph Rupp played West Texas State and got that ass tore up, then in Kentucky they started recruiting African Americans to play basketball.
So
change the game.
Hey, don't nobody want to listen to you, Ray. KD.
All right. I'm just giving you a cracker perspective. Cracker perspective.
That's why we got you here. You are on. Hey,
Poking Whitey.
You are our own air cracker. Hey, KD, let me ask you something, KD. And this right here. Where do you see? Who was your favorite wrestler growing up? Let's just go to that. Who did you watch growing up? Did you ever watch wrestling?
Absolutely. Made my own championship belt, made my own ring.
Love it.
I think Ernie Ladd.
Ooh, yeah.
Dusty Rhodes.
That's right, baby. On the edge of a lightning bolt with a silver saddle, daddy.
Ray, cut it out, man. Go ahead, KD.
Dusty.
And who was the other one? Talking about there was one more. Like Pat Song. And it was what is that guy's name? Got his name.
You wasn't a Ric Flair fan?
No. Tony Atlas.
Mr. USA.
Yeah, and there was one more. Can't think about it. But yeah, I was a fan.
What about Junkyard? Fan. Did you like the Junkyard Dog?
Yeah, sure did. Yeah.
How about Thunderbolt?
That's what I was thinking about. Thunderbolt Patterson. Like, whoa, Lord.
Oh, yeah.
He was preaching and wrestling.
Yeah.
Exactly. So KD, let us fill you in on how we started this episode out. That was a pay-per-view here in town a week ago. Bad Blood.
Bad Blood, baby.
And WWE came in and they really blacked out everything. When I said they blacked out everything, they brought the Black Mary in. They had every black rapper around that people don't even really pay any attention unless you're listening to their music. But they had every black rapper in the background that they invited. But then when they went to On Air Legends that was invited, they had all the white guys. They had all the white legends.
Oh,
and people like me.
Tell that Blanche. All right, go ahead.
People
I was just letting you know who it was. Diamond Dallas Page.
People like me. Hey, Ray, you do that one more time, I'm going to cut it off. I'm going to cut your ass off. Katie, what you sipping on?
Jim Beam, baby.
So KD, Ray,
go ahead.
I can't even question this guy if we can't, if you keep cutting in. People they're not calling to hear you have a conversation. Go. No, I want to stay on you since you want the attention. Go ahead. See how many people gonna listen to you. Go ahead and do the interview.
All right. Well, get what you talking about, sir.
What he's getting at, KD, is what he's saying is they let the black girls host the show. They had Metro Bloomin'. And then when it came to the legends out on the ringside, they panned the audience and went none but white people. And now he's upset about that. That's what we started the show with. And he feels like because one of the wrestlers chatted with him and told him that Triple H was a gatekeeper, and that's where we are. So go ahead.
And see,
so
that's
he didn't get invited, huh? That's what it was?
Correct. And he's upset about it.
No, I did get invited. First of all, I got invited. What are you talking about?
Did you go?
Because I had a paid gig. What I was talking about, Ray, KD, is why they did not invite my legends. My legends are Thunderbolt Patterson, Ron Simmons, and those guys like that. They should have been in that picture too. It's not about me. I was doing something, getting paid a lot of money in San Antonio, beautiful San Antonio. So
why didn't want to bring? Why they want to bring them in? That was somebody else's show.
What?
Why would
Hold
they
up.
ask those guys to come in? Because if it was your show, you would have asked them to come in and nobody else, correct?
I mean, I'm not following you. So give me that again.
Who was the legend? Is what I'm saying.
They
Who
had
brought all
Toby
those
Blanchard,
legends in?
Art Anderson, Scott Steiner, Mickey James, Diamond Dallas Page.
Yeah.
That's who they had
And
there at ringside.
those guys are all legends.
Are they all
But
legends? Okay, then. So
yeah,
what's the problem?
because there was no black legends in there to
And it
represent,
was Atlanta. So he was
and it
thinking
was
Mid Atlanta.
to represent. And this is not just what I'm saying.
How you
This
know
is
they were
not
not
just what I'm
available?
saying.
How you know
This is not because they were right here in Atlanta.
were they available? Like you
Yes, it
wasn't available.
was.
You weren't available.
But Thunderbolt was. I didn't have to be there. Thunderbolt Patterson was. For Rue, Ron Simmer worked for the company. He's a legend for the company. I'm just saying they could have came to pad make this a more equal opportunity thing for all fans to be able to enjoy and watch legends too for that segment.
Maybe you need.
Thunderbolt, I would have loved to see Thunderbolt out there. I would have loved to see Ron Simmons out there. I would have loved to see Booker T out there representing the black community here in Atlanta. Because believe it or not, we carried the sport just like they did. So their legends things are not always true to fact and equal.
Well, if you felt that so hardly about it, you should have scratched your event and went to that legend.
No, we didn't know
So
what the
why
show
you
was
to go
going
represent it? So why you to go
because
represent?
because we didn't know what the show was going to be about. I'm not working there. They predetermine what the show is going to present. So if the show, they don't send me out the show and say, oh, this is going to be the show for that night. I just know I was in San Antonio working and was not going to be able to make the show anyway. But there was no invitation. It was just, hey, we got you 2 tickets from some friends that work in WWE. So the way the show turned out, I didn't know it was going to turn out like that. We're talking about the show they presented for the fans.
Well,
Well,
nobody
maybe you
likes
need.
dead air. So somebody needs to talk.
Well, maybe you need to come
No,
up with your. Maybe you need to come with your black legends. Why don't you come up with the black legends then?
I've done that, and that's what I'm doing. I'm actually giving a Lifetime Achievement Award November the 2nd for Thunderbolt Patterson. Somebody who really impacted my life enough to say, hey, I'm glad to be working with this guy. And he's still here. He's still alive. He's still working. He's still meeting people. So listen, I'm not saying WWE got to qualify me as a wrestler, as a legend. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying when people look at wrestling, they should see the whole realm of things. They should see everybody. It's just like playing tight end. They shouldn't go by and say, hey, I want my tight end white because he can block better. I want my tight end black because he's faster. That mean
You could be amazed.
that mean because KD is a little less of a blocker than a white guy, they can put a white guy at tight end. And KD will be ass out on the bench. But we all know that a tight end is supposed to be able to catch the ball and run patterns, right? Too. That's important. What at that position of tight end? At the position of tight end, what's more important, blocking or running pattern and catching the ball?
Depends on the play call, doesn't it?
No, let him answer, Ray. You fat pig. Shut your damn mouth.
You hate logic, don't you? You hate
Go
logic
ahead.
and truth.
KD, go ahead. KD, go ahead, KD.
Number one, it
Answer
depends. Well, I'm gonna try to dumb it down a little bit because I ain't gonna get too scientific. It's all in the schematics of the game. Okay, so it's play calling, type of athlete that you are, you know, So your question is what? What is your question? See that TT
Okay,
that jumped on me
yeah.
already.
See, don't worry about it. I'm trying to get to the
No,
question.
give me the question. Give me the
I'm
corrective
saying,
question. What's the
okay,
corrective question?
okay. What is more important for a tight end to have? To be able to run patterns or to be able to block?
You
What's
need to
the
have
most
all. You
important?
need to have all of them.
No, let's just pick one, KD. We can't just say all, because not all tight ends are good. Some tight ends are better blockers, right? Than they are at running patterns and catching passes, right?
Well, yeah, yes.
I listen. My son-in-law played tight end with the Atlanta Falcons. He said he could catch and run, but he was a good blocker. So they used him on all the blocking situations. So that's why I'm
Hmm.
asking you, based on your skill, because I've heard KD could really block. He could hook that in, and people can the play can go outside. So I know that. But KD was an all right catcher too. In high school, you couldn't catch a cold butt naked in North Pole, but
I
you
don't know
could
about all that.
block. You could block.
All emphasis were about blocking. We was more a run and oriented team like at Clemson. So I was more of a blocker and learned the techniques of blocking. Yes, and mastered it. Yes, I did.
Now we're not
Now
talking about you.
to be a great tight end, you have to have a combination of all of it: route
Oh yeah!
running, soft
Wow!
hands, and be
Wow!
able to block.
Wow!
But if you're designated only to one, the defense is gonna know that. So they're gonna know you're just a blocker, and they know it's gonna be a run and not a pass. So you know what I'm saying? So
So we go back now. No, you just answered that. So it's not a black or white thing. We gonna go to our
right.
favorite smart mark, Big Ray. Big Ray, sum this up in wrestling. What do you think the most important thing a wrestler have to be a great wrestler?
Be
Well,
entertainer.
yeah, you've got to be able to tell a story in the ring to be a wrestler. It ain't all about flips and all that shit. It's all about, can you hook me and can you tell a story? Can you cut a promo? Can you get me invested in your character? Because if you can't, I don't care if you can do 6 flips off the top rope and land that elbow, and I don't care. I'm not invested. Dusty Rhodes had me invested. Was he the best looking athlete? No, he had a big old belly. His height just a little too big. His belly just a little too big. But I'm bad, and they know I'm bad. You know what I'm saying? So when he talked, he pulled me in like an old Baptist preacher. So I'm captivated on Saturday mornings, and was from 5 years old until now. But there ain't that many Dusty Rhodes out there. You know what I'm saying? So when you get one, you want to hang on to them. And the same way with Thunderbolt. When Thunderbolt started preaching, I called it preaching. When he started talking,
Whoa,
you had to
whoa,
listen.
whoa. I got a question for you, Big Ray. I got a question for you. Yay. Let's see if you can answer this. Did Dusty Rhodes steal his character from Thunderbolt?
No.
You know what? A lot of people say that he had 2 influences in his life, and one of them I think was Thunderbolt. But
Thunderbolt.
there was another black wrestler. I can't think of his name right off the top of my head. But they in his documentary they said that he basically took it because he had the list already, baby, and then
Yeah.
he just kind of when he said I'm 285 pounds of blue eyed soul.
But Thunderbolt was doing the same kind of motion, the same kind of talking. He had the same kind of
The
character.
same mannerisms when he was in the ring.
And it wasn't that jive turkey stuff. I talked to Pistol Pez Watley. Pistol Pez Watley had that same kind of chemistry, with the mic and with the fans. So, but Dusty Rhodes just came out of nowhere with it.
No, baby. He's been around since the early 70s.
Thunderbolt been around since when? Who was here first?
I would say he was probably a little older.
Thunderbolt
I don't know.
was. Yeah.
And no, Thunderbolt was in my book, Thunderbolt was the man first.
You want me to Google it?
I mean, you gonna do it anyway. Snitch. Look at this snitch, KD. Look at it. He a snitch.
He
He
said,
says, "Hey,
"Snitch."
KD,
Now
you
you
say
going
something." He turned right to the computer, started looking for it. What a snitch. That
All
boy's
right,
a
let's
snitch.
see. Thunderbolt. Let's see. He's
what was
83
this?
years old from Waterloo,
Woo!
baby. Waterloo. 6
Owl?
foot, and he retired in 1994. Let's see when his professional wrestling career started in 64. So I would say definitely he
Damn, that was a
definitely had a
pioneer.
few years on Dusty Rhodes.
Okay, then. So now listen, I like both of them. I like the gimmick, I like the storytelling, and they didn't do a lot of those flashy things off the ropes and through chairs and through tables, but they was able to really captivate the crowd with just what they did. You know, to me, back in those days, KD, it's like football. It's like football, Big Ray. Wrestling and football. Back in those days, wrestling was like seeing two of your old uncles who all they do is sit around and talk smack to people. Oh, I'm gonna kick
Mm.
yo, you know what? I'm gonna do especially KD at the picnics. At the
3 years.
picnic, at the picnic, KD, at the picnic, KD, when you got these two uncles, all they do is talk smack to each other. I'm gonna kick your tail, I'm gonna kick your butt. And then
Mm.
finally you get to see these guys in the ring. You get to see these two guys in the ring that go at it. And that's the fun part. Now you go see just what they gonna do. That's what wrestling was about. It wasn't about being the best athlete in the yard going up against another athlete. There's two uncles getting ready to fight in the ring, and we wanted to be there to see it. And I brought my friends in too. Back in those days, NFL to me was the same thing. You had tight ends like Dave Casper. You had Kenneth Stabler at quarterback. You had guys like you had O.J. Simpson at running back. You had guys who you know were gonna get at it. You know Ken Stabler was gonna catch about what 20 balls in one game.
Bro, Kenny Stabler was a quarterback.
Quarterback.
Yeah, but you know Kenneth Stabler was gonna throw 20 completion to Dave Casper, the tight end. So you knew that was gonna go down.
Yep.
Hey, Big Ray, thanks for correcting me real fast and trying to make me look bad.
No,
But I
I
was
just
just
didn't want anybody out there to go to Kenny Stabler ain't catching no balls. Let me tell you, but you do. You catch them. You catch a lot of them. Listen, at the Diddy parties, there's 3 years difference between Dusty and Thunderbolt. Dusty
hey,
debuted in 67, Thunderbolt in 64.
well, that's said and done right there, Big Ray.
I
I
just wanted
told
to
you,
clarify for the people at home.
Thunderbolt was first, right?
Correct, by 3 years.
Thunderbolt's still here.
That's true. Dusty died too.
Thunderbolt is still here. Think about this. Why they didn't have Thunderbolt as a living legend on that WWE show that you saw what they did. You saw how they kind of
Was he
mold.
part of WWE?
Man, he part of wrestling. It's no
Yeah,
thing
they put
like
him in the
that.
Hall of Fame like
Yeah.
3 years ago?
So he's in the Hall of
See,
Fame. So
yeah.
what else you want?
See, you don't, KD, don't mess with
No,
me
what
in
I'm saying is
wrestling.
he's in the Hall of Fame. What is there something else?
KD, you worry about tight end in the NFL. You played the NFL. I can't answer the question in the NFL because I never played in the NFL. But I can answer the questions about wrestling.
Let me
Once
ask you a
you is,
question. Were you a wrestler or were you an entertainer?
I did both. I was an entertainer in the business of wrestling. Let me ask you this right
So
here.
he was
Did
more
you?
entertainer than a wrestler?
No, I didn't say that. I just said I did
I
both.
mean, no,
I
that was the
entertain.
question.
Listen, I was a
Which one?
wrestler. Let me answer the question. You
You
asked.
wrestler first? What were you first?
I was a wrestler first that entertained the people enough to get ratings. You know what ratings mean? That means people watching. Asses are in the seats. You
Get in the
understand what I'm
camera
saying?
over here.
I don't have to get in the camera. You can hear me. You can hear me.
Yeah, but you over here like this. I'm
That's
seeing
why
your ear.
that's where the mic is at. I can't move the mic.
We can hear
I
you
can't
though. We
move the
don't need
mic.
that.
I can't. Now, KD, back to you. What were you? Were you a football player or an entertainer?
He was a football.
A football player.
Yeah. Oh, you was a football player.
All the entertainment came after that.
KD, you played football.
Yes, sir.
To entertain people.
No, it was a job.
Yeah.
What? I don't understand that.
You better understand it.
Are you saying because the NFL is a licensed entertainment company that you're saying that he was an entertainer now?
Yeah, he was an entertainer. To me, I don't listen. Let me tell you something. Think about today's businesses in the way. Let's talk about football today. Look at the NFL, how much attention they get away from football, and they bring it back to football, and football throw it on their TV network. Look at the Kansas City Chiefs. I mean, that seems like
they're trying to make it's all a business, sir. Everything's a business. They're doing everything for a reason. For what?
But it couldn't be a successful. It couldn't be a successful business if it wasn't entertaining. People didn't watch it.
True. I mean, it is the most entertaining. One of the most entertaining things that you're gonna watch. That's why it gets highest ratings.
And what's the tight end name for Kansas City Chiefs?
Travis Kelce.
Yeah. Now, Kelce, who does he take? Who does he date?
Some skinny,
what's her name?
White chick named Taylor Swift.
Yeah. Isn't she on?
So that's their little gimmick. That's their little gimmick thing they're doing, right?
Absolutely.
Bro, but she's on TV more than anybody, right? Mm-hmm. She's not playing it in a football game, but she's taking up 1, 2, 3 seconds of airtime somewhere doing that.
That's been going on for a long time.
That's entertainment. That's entertainment.
When I played with Gastineau, he had Bridget Nielsen.
Correct.
Yeah, that's entertainment. Why did they put it on? Because it wasn't a job for her. It was entertainment.
We were scrimmaging the Redskins up at the Redskin camp over there. All of a sudden, we're like the third quarter and doing the scrimmaging. All of a sudden, you see a black limo just comes on the field. I was like, what the heck is this? Is this the president or somebody? All of a sudden, the door flew open. And all you see is all this blonde hair just came. She threw her head up and she stood up like this. And you already know what was showing up.
Her boobies.
Coach called timeout. Timeout. Water break. All the coaches looking, players looking. And then you look over to the corner and see Gastineau taking off his uniform. Took his uniform off, threw his head back, tongue kissed her, and went back in the limo and got the hell on.
That's entertainment.
Who does this?
And see
how does this even happen? And then they said, okay, here we go. Let's start back practicing again.
Back at it.
But let me ask you this right here, Big Ray. Let's tell the people about our guest. KD Dunn, NFL player for 7 years, a great football coach. He's an all-around good person.
Absolutely.
So that's who we're talking to right here on the Cat's Corner, along with Big Shug. Shug
White, not Shug Knight, but Shug White.
My favorite cracker. And you got Ernest the Cat Miller here, 3-time world karate champion.
Somebody better call his mama because he's about to what?
Call his mama, whoop somebody's ass.
So let me ask you something, Ernest. Where'd you get that slogan from?
Bro, listen. This not for you to ask questions. You start your own.
Yes, it is.
You start your own podcast.
I might well be a partner. We might be a 3-man team then. Start this thing out.
Well, let me ask you something, KD. KD, let's go back. Tell me what your life was like. I know, but tell me how did your life change from college? Now let's go all the way back to high school. How did your life change from high school to college?
Through experience. through my how it changed, changing growth, changing
Yep.
experience, meeting people. You don't revert back. You always evolve and get older and get more experience. You learn stuff and you grow as a young man. That's how that came about.
So let me ask you this. How about from Clemson? Because I know Clemson was a hold up, wait a minute. Before you
Uh,
open your mouth. Hold
you
up.
know,
Just shut it down. Let me get the question formulated. Let me get it together. From high school to college. Now from
okay,
college, from Clemson, where I know you had the best of everything, because Clemson was a top-notch university that
absolutely,
took care of the athlete, gave them
absolutely.
cars, gave them money,
I don't know
gave
about
them
all that.
anything they want. Well, I
I
do.
don't know about all that
Now,
either.
let's
You don't know
go.
them around.
Now,
That's false.
how about your life changes from college to pros? And people know you were drafted in the seventh round, right?
Fifth round, first
Oh,
pick, fifth
fifth round.
round.
My fault. My fault.
I was the fourth tight end pick in the country. Let's get it correct.
Okay. Okay. All right. It's correct. You
Fourth tight
corrected
end
it.
in the country.
Hmm.
That's awesome.
I bet you remember the three who went ahead of you.
I bet you I do too.
Who?
Who were they?
Name them.
Bavaro was number one.
Ooh, yeah.
New York Giant.
Yeah, he's legit. Uh, mm, what is his name? Rob. Uh,
I'm
Black
sorry.
guy came out second, and third.
Black guy. I thought you said you see no colors. You just saw. You said black guy.
No,
You
okay,
know he
that's
was
how,
black. You
I
know
know
he
he
was
was
black.
black. All right,
You
and
remember
then
the
I
white
You remember
guy
forgot
what
name?
who was
college he
under
played
me.
for?
I can't remember
You remember the white guy name, but you just all of a sudden
because
forgot
I know
that black guy
Bavaro
name.
because I played against him twice a year.
Okay, all right. How about third
That's
then?
how I know.
How about third?
He didn't ever pan out.
Who was it?
Some white guy, I can't remember.
Yeah, yeah. And who was this ninja that came out fifth?
Oh,
He was a
that's what you
he
call
was
him.
a six
That's
three,
what you
two
call
hundred
him.
eighteen pound ninja.
He was
Yeah,
fourth, not fifth.
will
He was fourth.
will
I
strike you
said
upside
fifth.
the head.
He's
I
fourth,
said fifth.
but he's fourth.
Ernest, I want to take this opportunity to thank you for being a practice dummy and helping me to become who I am today, whipping your ass in practice in high school. Thank you very much.
Okay, I got a KD story. I got a KD story. Hey, so KD was this highly, highly respected tight end, All American, high school All American. Every day, every day, there was some high power college recruit coming out there to watch him at practice. So this particular day, I think it was San Diego State, some school came out there to see him. San Diego just happened to be where I wanted to go. So they were watching KD. Wherever KD went on the field, they walked around with him. So we did this drill that we call Oklahoma, where you lay on your back, and then the other player 5 yards away lay on his back.
That's not what the drill was.
Yeah, hey brother, can I tell my story? So,
Go ahead and tell
so,
your version.
so they were watching KD.
And I got one for you too next.
So KD picked up the ball. I laid on my back. He didn't know who it was. I laid on my back. I was gonna tackle KD. Everybody else was afraid of KD. KD picked that ball up. He growled. Then when his eyes laid eyes on me, who was about to run through his ass, I saw his face just scribble up, and I ran straight through his big ass, put him
Went through
down on
me.
his back. Bang! Put him down
Put him
on
on
his
my
back.
back.
And then we did nobody say nothing, but I saw the kind of recruiters, I saw them kind of smirk a little bit. So we went in line again. Nathan, KD came up there again. He was about to get down on the ball. He laid back and he looked at me and I looked at him. He knew I was coming again. KD got up. I put him on his ass again. That third time, we was in line. KD came over there near me and said, Ernest, Why don't you cut it out, man? Let somebody else go. Why'd you let somebody else go? Somebody I can run over. Somebody I can just run over and look good.
That is why they call you the entertainer. How you make this shit up like that.
Oh, my goodness.
That is unbelievable. Ernest thought he was so invincible in high school where he didn't think he needed any block. He told the coaches, said, hey, I don't need no block. I can run through all of them. Coach handed the ball. We were like, okay. We had 11 guys on defense. Mind you, myself. They handed him the ball.
And my uncle, he was with you guys too.
Damn right. And you ran your ass through there and we jacked your ass up, slammed you on your freaking back. And coach said, huh? You need your blockers now? He said, yeah, you damn right.
Hey,
that's after he got the grass out his eyes.
Hey, Ray, I said in front of the coach, because I was running. I mean, I was a great running back, but I was a linebacker. I was fast, I was big. I said, Coach, I got like about 10 yards. He was like, Ernest, you need to run behind the block. I said, Coach, I don't need no block. He said, what? I said, I don't need a block. He said, you sure? I said, yeah. He said, okay, offensive line, everybody lay down. Y'all just sit down. Quarterback, hand the ball off from the center, hand the ball off to Ernest. And he had the first team defense out there, everybody but me. So all my friends over there, including my uncle who was 6'5", 250 pounds. Bro, I took the ball out and I was going to just try to score around the corner. Just get the ball and run for the edge. Man, I picked that ball up, the quarterback put that ball in my hand. I've never saw so many black hands on me, man. They hooked me, picked me up, and drove me in. They didn't just throw me to the ground. They drove me across the grass and raked my face in the grass and everything.
Changed their whole perspective about blocking.
Hey, man, I was an arrogant little cocky guy back in those days.
Yeah, a lot of things haven't changed.
Listen, bro, I just don't I'm not a doormat for anybody. You understand what I'm saying? So if you want to get with me, you got to be bigger than me. You got to be bigger. You got to be bigger than me. I'm not going to come down to your level because you want me to be modest and be humble. No, you got to get up on my level.
Ray, one of the assistant coaches was talking to the head coach. He was like, Coach, we need to get rid of Ernest Miller. He's beginning to be a distraction to the team.
Cancer.
He's not helping the team. Exactly. He's not trying to help us. He's doing everything wrong. He want to do it his way. We need to really just get rid of him because he's just a problem.
Hey, listen. One coach told me, and he started building me into be the person I am today. It was a white coach at a black high school. This coach used to talk to me all the time. He said, Ernest, listen, this is your defense. You're the middle linebacker. This is your defense, and you got to take this team over. If somebody tell you you can't do something, you telling yes, we can. And if you have to be the only one to stop this running back or stop the other team, you got to be willing to do that. So I bought into that. The first day that this new coach came on, he was the assistant coach. This coach came on, and this coach started telling us what to do. And I looked at the coach. I said, hey, Coach, come here. Coach came over and looked at me. I said, Coach, this is my team. I don't care what you say. This is my team.
He's talking to the defensive coordinator now.
Yeah. This is my team. He said, well, I want you. No, bro, this is my team. You tell me what you want, and I'll give it to my team. I'll give it to my team. He got mad when they told the other head coach, we need to now be this. I was the best. I was the number one leading tackler on the team. I was the number one guy on defense. And this coach was so mad and so jealous, he told the other coach, we need to cut Ernest.
I think we might have been tired. I don't know if he was the leading.
Yeah, no, bro. Do I need to pull out my stuff?
No.
He says he's got a envelope with all his stats in it.
Hey, KD, I led the team in tackling for 2 years, bro. I got the Georgia TD
2
club. I got
years.
everything for two
Oh,
years.
that's
The,
nice.
the
No,
junior, the junior.
my junior
You did
year, I led the
okay,
team in junior. Come
bro.
on
You
now,
ain't led the team. You led the team in drop passes. That's what you
whatever.
did. You led the
What did
team
you?
in drop passes.
You got
You,
You
you
dropped
can
more passes than the thing. So
you can
let's
tell
not do
you
that.
guys have known each other since sixth, seventh
nah,
grade.
he don't know what he's talking about.
Man, I'm gonna tell you how we had to meet, how we met KD. Cause KD was the
Ernest,
bigger guy KD was the bigger guy in the neighborhood. He was taller than everybody. He was a big guy. And we were going to play football. The kids used to get together. We as a kid, about 12 years old, used to get together and go play touch
on our
football
street. Come
down
on
on the
over. Come
field.
on. Tell him
Yeah.
what happened.
Yeah.
Tell
So
him what happened when y'all brought your butt on
KD,
over there.
everybody waiting on KD to come out. We decided to walk to his house, and KD mom wouldn't let him out the house. He was on punishment. He had to stay in the house looking out the window at us
I've
playing
never been on no
football.
punishment. That's a lie. I came out there and played and sit one of your neighbors back with a broken arm.
Oh,
Yeah, because you fell on him. Big
Whatever.
Ray. Big Ray. So now let's get back on top. I don't know where we're going with this, but
well, I
let
don't
me
either,
tell
but it's been an hour and 45 minutes. I know this might be the longest podcast in the history of podcasts.
that, hey, listen, that's what people want to do. I'm trying to listen, I'm trying to get to the core of, is pro wrestling for the white guys and the NFL is for the black guys. That's basically what you said.
I did not
Ray,
basically say any of
you
that, so
you
that's a lie.
said that the NFL is mostly black,
I said
majority black.
53%.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't. Listen, you said it now,
We looked
but
it up, and
yeah, did you
73
correct?
and
No, wait a minute.
73% of the
Wait a
NBA.
minute. We did not look it up. I told you. You confirmed what I said. It's
No,
not
what you had
majority.
said before we went on air, and maybe it's earlier before KD got on here, was, well, I'm going to talk to KD about a sport that's set up for the white man. And I was like, well, whoa, back up. You cannot tell me that the NFL is set up for the white man when predominantly it's an African American sport.
Yeah, because you don't want to listen to that, because you don't want to buy into that. What I was speaking of, Big Ray, was that there are positions in the NFL that are really set aside, and they like to fill these positions with the white players.
I get
For
that.
some reason. I'm not saying they better. I'm not saying they best. They're worse. But KD just answered the whole question when I asked him about the position. He said,
Right.
The offensive lineman,
No.
usually, hold up, bro. KD, stay
Get
out.
the story right.
Bruh.
Get the story right on what I
Stay
said.
out of there. KD,
Early on, during the league, 70s, 80s, where majority of the white guys was the offensive linemen.
Okay, that's all we need from you. We don't need you
But
to come in and
and
straighten out
quarterbacks
anything.
and all that stuff.
yeah.
We don't need you. We don't. Hey, how many times?
But progressively, during the years and the decade, it has been transformation that, black guys have almost, what's it, right tackle, left tackle?
Yeah.
Well, even
Go
at
ahead.
center,
Go ahead.
center, they're playing a lot of offensive linemen now. They're
lot of
playing a
left
lot of black
tackles,
players.
a lot of left
Hey,
tackles.
hey. So why are they so? Listen,
and quarterback.
Next time you talk over me like that.
If you look at now, the majority of black quarterbacks are in the league now than ever.
Oh yeah, now, but how many black quarterbacks do we have in
why?
the NFL?
Because
I want to know. I want to know.
Why is that now? Why do you think that is now?
Yeah, because they're better. They're pretty good. They entertaining to watch.
What you mean
they
better?
fast. Listen, bro. I'm about to tell you the quarterbacks today.
Doug Williams.
Doug Williams was boring.
Doug Williams back then.
Doug Williams was boring. He just threw the ball long. He didn't run. He was slow as dirt.
Man.
My grandma could outrun Doug Williams. Now, if you really want to know, the quarterback position is a
Warren
highlight
Moon.
position.
Warren Moon.
Now Warren Moon, you can't say nothing against Warren Moon. He was
Steve
the best
Air McNair.
quarterback. He was all right. He wasn't hit Warren Moon. He was not great. He was
Philadelphia
good.
quarterback who came out with me.
Yep. Who is he?
What's the Philadelphia quarterback?
Randall
Cunningham.
Randall
Cunningham. Yep. Threw it to Mike Quick.
Yep. But who was set to be the number one quarterback that year with Randall Cunningham?
Well, we don't know.
Who did they talk about the most?
That was during my time.
Yeah. Who was the quarterback? Who was New York Giant quarterback?
Well, he wasn't the New York Giants quarterback. He was a Philadelphia Eagle.
We're not talking about that, Ray. I wish you'd stop trying to correct me.
Are you talking about Phil Simms? Are you talking about Phil Simms?
I'm as a man. Now, wasn't he considered to be one of the top quarterbacks that year, KD?
Well, yeah.
You didn't play. Hey, you didn't play in the NFL.
All of them.
You didn't. Hey, Ray, you did not play in the NFL. Let our NFL specialist answer that question. Go ahead, KD.
Yeah, Phil Simms, Jim Kelly, all those guys.
Dan Marino.
Dan Marino was my man.
But Dan Marino never been to the dance. Never been to the dance.
Phil Simms.
When his rookie year, never went back.
What about Joe Montana?
4.
The GOAT.
What about Dallas?
Steve Young.
Steve Young. What about Dallas Cowboys?
That was my first NFL pass through Steve Young.
Roger Staubach.
Oh yeah. Yeah, KD, come on. You spoke of 2 or 3 good quarterbacks.
Yeah.
When you had about 30 other white quarterbacks. You look at today with 3 of the top quarterbacks. Hold on, wait a minute. 3 of the top quarterbacks. 3 of the top quarterbacks today are more entertaining to watch than anybody. The Raven quarterback,
Lamar Jackson,
Kansas City Chief quarterback,
Patrick Mahomes,
Philadelphia quarterback.
Nah, he ain't that good, but Hurts, he's all right.
Texas.
If Baltimore want to win, I need to be on staff helping that quarterback.
Bro, we don't need you auditioning for no jobs on this podcast.
You talking about DJ Stroud?
DJ Stroud?
No.
How about
Dak Prescott? $60 million a year.
Yeah.
Number 1 quarterback. He sucks.
How about Washington Redskins?
Oh, that kid is great.
That's 6.
Well, everything is going good for him right now. I just want to see what happens when he gets to some adversity.
Right.
If he can overcome that, then he's going to be pretty good.
But why is it when it comes to a black
athlete? Don't forget about
let me
Chicago.
Finish.
Hang on, you on a roll? Let's go ahead. This ain't but 32 damn teams, and you already named 7 or 8. Now let's go on. We got Fields in Pittsburgh. You've got Caleb Williams in Chicago. Who you got in the Jets? What do you got? You got Aaron Rodgers in the Jets. He's old white. Yeah, that's old.
Caleb is doing a great job down in Chicago.
Yes, he is. He's doing a hell of a job for a rookie, for sure.
Absolutely.
Who else you got? You got more than that.
It's well, keep naming them there, Fat Jaws.
Fat Jaws. Man,
Come on. I want you to
Ray, you gotta just Ray, I'll help you. It ain't gonna take much. I'll help you.
Seattle, you got a boy that was a guy that was at the New York Jets and it didn't work out.
Yeah. Oh, I like him. He'll be here next week.
What's his name?
He'll be here next week. Seattle quarterback.
Seattle quarterback. He was with the Jets. He was drafted by the Jets. It didn't work out for him. He got punched in the mouth in the locker room.
Yeah. Then now, okay, we got him. And who else?
And then let's see. I'm trying to figure out on the way. No, that's a white guy at Vegas. He's a white guy. Trying to see. No, and most of the rest of them are white, I think. I'm just
how many quarterbacks did we just name? 8 of them?
10. I think we're close to 10.
Okay, let's just say we named. Wait a minute, KD. We just named 10. We just named 10 black quarterbacks. Now, how many quarterbacks are there? How many teams are there in the NFL?
32.
So you got 10 black quarterbacks who
What
all
does
are
that
doing
mean?
great. Who are all
Yeah.
doing great. Who are
But
all doing great.
are they doing what the GOAT has done?
KD, they all are doing great. People watching these. If they don't have one of these quarterbacks, I don't even watch it. I don't watch it.
They're not doing the Tom Brady?
Tom Brady took Tom Brady a while to get to Tom Brady. I'm not saying Tom Brady is not the best. Tom Brady is the man. But I'm just talking about today. Today.
It didn't take him that long.
What?
I said it didn't take him that long. Now he went in his rookie year when Bledsoe got blew up by that. Yeah, by that guy from the Jets, wrecked his ass, about damn killed him.
Let me ask you this then, Ray. Ray, I want to ask you this. Would you rather watch Kansas City quarterback or Tom Brady? When he was with Tampa Bay. When he was with Tampa Bay. Who would you rather watch?
Well, I'll answer it this way. They went head to head and Tom beat that ass. So there you have it. He got his eighth ring. That's not
what I asked. What I said.
I'm just telling you, I enjoy watching Tom Brady play, but I also enjoy watching Patrick Mahomes, even though I think the NFL is giving them some calls that I think's not great.
I don't see why I asked you. I don't see why I asked you. You racist in a way. You always for the white man. You always for the white man, Ray.
I'm writing down all the
KD. So let me ask you a question. KD is he's an Uncle Tom. He always for the white quarterback too. KD, you've been an Uncle Tom for years.
No, sir. I'm a reality. I bring it into reality and what it is. If you can't see it, then I don't know what to tell you. So you got all these black quarterbacks that's doing good. They're just doing good right now.
They're doing great.
They're doing good. I mean, this is early during the season, sir. This is the first half. This is not even the first half. This is the first quarter of the season. There's only 5 games.
Well, most of them.
We got plenty more games to go. Okay.
Hey, KD, most of them were doing good last year, the year before too. Why you just picking 1 year?
They ain't finishing. Just like your boy from Baltimore, he ain't finishing. He gets to these damn playoffs and act like I forgot how to play now. I forgot how to run the ball. I forgot how to.
Listen, see, right now the NFL is so plagued with to me the referees cheat on you. You get stacked against you. These young guys are going out to try to do the same thing that Tom Brady did, and now they got to fight the referees. Let me ask you a question, KD. Let me ask you a question, KD.
I got one for you.
When in the world, back in the day during the football season, when have the referee wanted to get involved with the last play of the game that can change the game? When do they?
They always been involved. They always been involved.
They did not throw a flag. They did not throw a flag on that last play.
Prior to that, always called and holding on the guy. Always look at the turnover ratio. That's what I have to look at.
You're not listening though. You just want to talk. You want to listen so you can talk. Let me ask you this. I'm gonna ask you a question because I want your perspective. Today, back in the day, the referee, if it was 1 second on the clock and this the last play of the game, and the team is on the 5-yard line, the quarterback dropped back to throw the ball. He throw the ball to his receiver that's 1-on-1 with the cornerback. Both of them go up for the ball. If the receiver catch the ball, touchdown. If the receiver don't catch the ball and the defensive back slap the ball away or block or knock the ball away, the game is over. Either way, the game is over. You didn't see a referee flag because they said they did not want the referee to be involved with those particular plays. Today, they involved with those plays all the time, so it looked like they just cheating sometimes. They calling the smallest little thing. So you got the floor. Say what you feel.
You got to answer me. I'm looking for the question.
the question is, are they more involved, the referee today, than they was back in 10 years ago or back in the day?
Yes. Because they're more in tune to the game. The game is more competitive. That's what it is.
Oh, my goodness.
All right.
The game is more
There's
competitive,
32 quarterbacks. 13 of them are African American.
Yeah. So that's good with you. You saying that like you happy. Oh, that's a good thing. That's a good thing.
I'm just giving you the real stats.
The top 5 are some of the most watchable players on the NFL. So
Absolutely.
why are there not more of them? And Big Ray, you saying that like you just prove something. You didn't prove a damn thing.
I ain't proving. I'm just giving you the stat. That's all I'm giving you. I ain't saying it like I'm over here hanging my stars and bars. What the fuck's wrong with you?
Watch your mouth, bro. This not that kind of show. You don't curse like that on that kind of show.
It's about to go from PG to R, baby.
And then next time I see you, you gonna have 2 black eyes.
I'm sick of him. KD, I'm sick of him.
I feel you. He always on you, Ray. I don't know why he always on you like that.
Do you watch the show?
Yeah, I saw.
Okay,
Big
so you see how he treats me. He's trying to take 400 years of oppression out on my white ass, and that ain't cool. That ain't cool. I wasn't around. I wasn't there. I didn't have any directives.
Well, Ray, you know you that smart Mark. Right. You a wrestling genius. This guy know everything about wrestling. He watches it all the time. He watch wrestling. Every show come on, he gonna tape it, record it, he gonna watch it back. KD, you're an NFL specialist. To me, you'd have studied the game, you'd have played the game, and this is why I'm just trying to show you that there are something that you can kind of compare to the pro wrestling life and the football life, pro football life. And that is when you see a player in his own right put in place. That's a gatekeeper. The gatekeeper for pro wrestling, they said, is Triple H.
And who would be the gatekeeper for the NFL? Would that be Roger Goodell?
No, KD.
Bring my name up.
Yeah, KD. He's the Uncle Tom.
I'm the retired. I ain't no Uncle Tom. I'm a laid back.
He's still snitching.
A regular type old player.
I think what we're all going to see eventually as it evolves is you'll see things change when you get more black ownership in NFL.
That'll be never. They don't even let them in there. I don't care how much money you have. I don't care how much money you have.
You'll see.
Magic Johnson tried to pay in with a whole bunch of people. The people that own the teams are not selling the teams.
I think he's part owner. Is he not part owner of the Washington Commanders?
We ain't talking about part. They all got minority owners. Part in the Atlanta Falcons got about 3 or 4 minority owners with them. But we're talking about, we know Arthur Blanks owned Atlanta Falcons. We know who owned Dallas Cowboys, right?
Happy birthday, Jerry Jones.
Yeah, you don't think Jerry Jones got minority? You don't think Jerry Jones got minority owner?
Oh, he's definitely the only owner. There ain't no minority owners in Dallas. It's all Jerry, 100%.
What about Green Bay? Who owned Green Bay Packers?
All the shareholders. There's no owner in Green Bay.
Okay, then. So it's the same thing in Dallas. You need to research before you start talking.
Like what are you talking about? It ain't the same thing.
They got the same thing. Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
No, it is not. Jerry Jones is the owner and the GM. That's my team. I know who the hell owns it.
That ain't your team. You ain't played one down on that team. And
as much money as I spent on them damn raggedy bastards.
I don't care. You ain't never sprinted 40 yards. Look at you drinking water like you've been running 3 miles. You ain't did never
4.46 miles today, by the way.
Yeah, videotape that and I believe it.
Okay. All right.
You just KD, listen. I love having you on the show, KD. I got to talk to my best friend. I got to have a conversation. I got to have a conversation with somebody who really know the game of football. He know a little bit about wrestling. He know a little bit about this. but he don't know nothing about keeping his damn mouth shut when it comes to stories about the cat. You know, but I'm glad.
Ernest,
I'm glad.
who
I'm glad
Ernest,
you.
who used to drive you home every day after football practice in high school?
You were my driver. I used to sit in the
Motherfucker,
back.
you
I
owe me
had a
money. You owe
driver.
me gas money now, motherfucker.
Hey, watch that. Watch that. Watch
Tell
KD.
him,
KD.
KD,
You
you need
can't
to
be cursing.
PayPal, you need
KD
to
kid.
Cash App and Venmo this man some gas money.
You god dang right. You still owe me. That's 4
So
years.
so so KD.
5 years of high school.
KD. Let me ask you this.
The 4
What
years, the 3
advice?
years. Go
Hey,
ahead, sir.
what advice do you have to the young KD today? Speaking to the young KD, just coming out of high school, and you can't speak like these kids because these kids got hundreds of thousands of dollars in the NIL deal. But just give a little bit of what you feel that can help the youth going forward.
I don't know if they can be helped. I can only help those that who listen. And if they listen and then take a heed of what I say, then 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 that'll be cool. But other than that, I don't know what all that I say, I was pretty grounded. I was brought up with a father and mother, so that was a plus for me. And my father really kept me grounded, kept me knowledgeable, and kept me eye on the prize. Schooling. My mother was a teacher, so schooling was number one. You had to get your education. So my thing, from what I've learned, is and try to steal in other players now is not only get your education, understand what your education is. You need to be engaged. You need to understand what are you learning, so you can apply that later on in life. Because
Amen.
this game is something to be learned and to be mastered, but from the shoulders up. But after that, after your body is gone, then what are you gonna do? I mean, you got to have different type of avenues on where to go in this game called life. Because if one thing ain't gonna work, you need to be able to bounce and maybe do something else. And this is fortunate I was, I played this game all the way to the top. But then turn around, I went in the education field, and being a teacher is the low payment where you had to get more degrees to get more pay. So in turn, I said, "Hey, let me get a master's. Let me go through the master's program." And I wanted to be a college coach. I was going to college coach for about 2 years, and I thought it was going to be more longevity than that because they said you have to have a master's to become a college coach. So I said, "Well, let me go another further. Let me get my specialist. I got my specialist in ed leadership and education." So I was like, "Well, okay, maybe this is going to lead me somewhere else." So I always had to be ahead of the game in the educational field. So I pushed myself in that field as well as I did on the field. So my lesson to the young folks: you gotta push beyond for what you really want. You gotta give up some of the stuff that you have for really what you want. I mean, what is your value? What do you want to do? You just want to become a NFL player? Is that it? Or you want to become the best? So these are the type of necessary avenues you need to go to do that. And I got the plan. I got the meal plans. If anybody want to know, I got it. They just come see me.
How can somebody get in touch with you if they want to get in touch with Keziah Dunn?
They can email me at keldrickdunn@hotmail, and we can go from there. Coaches need some inspiration. I can teach assistant coaches how to be the best assistant coaches. Because being an assistant coach, and I've learned how to become one. How to assist your head coach. I can teach your players how to tune into you. I can. I just know the whole aspect of the football realm. If you want to turn your team around, I can help you do that. I just got.
You
I have the formula. Put it that way.
I hope
okay?
Jerry
All right.
Jones is listening.
Hey, KD, would you take the job of Dallas Cowboy coach right now?
What position?
Coach,
There's a
head
lot of
coach,
coaches.
head
Head coach.
coach. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Only if I have control. Only if, I'm not gonna have Jerry Jones telling me what to freaking do with my own damn team.
Well, that's a no, cause you know that's
Well
the
then,
kind
well then,
of
well,
that's it.
well
Listen,
then, hell no. But that's his damn problem. You need to be a freaking
okay,
owner. You need to be a
okay.
freaking owner and be
And
that
then,
damn owner. Let the
well,
fucking head
listen.
coach, and let the general manager be general manager. You can't just override every fucking body. Why don't you just
Let
be the
me
fucking head coach?
calm down. First of all, start using the F word.
No. Well,
Now,
okay.
now, let me ask you this: if Jerry Jones was the owner of the Falcon, he'll change everything about Atlanta, and that's what Atlanta need. They need an owner who just step in and let people know I run this team. He don't run the team. I can get rid of this coach. I can get rid of the quarterback. I can get rid of all of you guys. So you guys gonna do what I want you to do. That will change the softness of the
That's
Atlanta
the
Falcon
tyrant.
team.
That's the
Man, are you
tyrant in
crazy?
him.
The Falcons are doing good this year.
That's the tyrant in that guy. Okay, that's the Trump in his ass.
Hey, don't you
Okay,
know? Don't you know we
so
only have? Don't you know Atlanta Falcon only win come against people in our conference?
no,
And our
sir,
conference is the weakest.
I wouldn't
sir,
say that.
no.
New Orleans 3
The
and 2.
owner of Atlanta.
Tampa Bay 3 and 2. The
Let me explain
Panthers,
something.
they just barely got
1-4.
past the Panthers.
They're 1-4.
Yeah, yeah. So they ain't beat nobody yet. Let's see what they do in Seattle.
One thing about oh my gosh. One thing about Arthur Blank, okay? He is number one, a business guru. Okay, that's it. He don't give a freak about the Falcons. That's a
Cares
toy.
about that, but he cares about that EBITDA.
Hey,
And retain earnings.
It's a fucking toy.
so
It's just an additive.
so wait a minute.
Listen, son. It's just an additive.
I'm
Okay.
not your son. I'm not your son. I'm
I
not your
like
son.
this. I like
I'm
this.
not your son.
I
I'm
like
not your
this.
son. I'm not your
Damn
son,
near.
boy.
Shit.
You better watch your
With
mouth.
the
Watch
way
your
I had you
mouth
sucking
now.
on my damn titty. You been my damn
Watch your
son a
mouth.
minute.
Watch that titty stuff too. Watch your mouth, boy. Watch your mouth.
Yeah. I know you. I know where you been.
You don't you got to know who I am. You better watch your mouth, KD.
You lucky I ain't gonna tell.
The only thing say this boy was his mom was bigger than he was. Her ass was so big they had to put the car tag on her ass so she could walk through the parking lot.
Ernest,
Man, quit talking about this man's mom.
Ernest. The only way we can recognize your mom on the goddamn in the stadium was because she had a little American flag on her damn head, on her damn wig.
On her wig.
I like your
Remember that time
mom.
your mom got mad and she was in the damn audience and she was talking to the referees. God damn it, I ain't gonna take this no more. Took off her wig and she shook it.
Your mom took her wig off at the refs.
Oh man. Hey, bro.
I ain't taking it. You better leave my damn son alone.
Hey, listen.
Oh my
that's
gosh.
why I said we need a coach like Jerry Jones because Arthur Blank don't care about this. Just a business deal for him. This
Exactly.
Just a business deal.
He's letting the coaches coach, letting them GM be a GM.
GM draft the players.
So
yep.
I mean, leave them alone. Let
Got
them
a good
do what
team
they need to do.
Hey, KD, I'd like to thank you for coming on the Cat's Corner. You really made us.
Thank you, KD.
Yeah. You really made us a good hour and a half. I like this. I enjoy talking. I hope the fan gets something out of this because this really talking about KD's life. I mean, the life and career of a NFL player, a teacher, a coach, somebody that give back to the community. You know, he's a great guy, but I wanted to just test his knowledge of that in WWE and pro wrestling, just to see how you can compare the two. You know, think about it. Think about Vince McMahon being just like a owner. He's just
He
like
was?
Jimmy. He's just like Jones. He's just like the Dallas Cowboys owner. He stick his
Yes.
nose in. He stuck his nose
Yes.
into everything.
To, all the
If
way
you
in.
got
From
if you got
announcer to owner.
yeah, he was listen when I was announcing and I was on live. I would have my headphones on. Guess who was talking to me in my headphone? Vince McMahon. How would that feel to have the owner telling you what to say in your ear
So you
and
was a
that
puppet.
involved? Yeah, that's pretty much all we were. I
You was
didn't
a
like
puppet.
that. I was creative. Let me
Okay.
create some stuff. But the thing
I would
is,
have muted him out and did with my own doggone thing.
and then I would have got fired that same day. So
Well, you
that's
got
what I'm
fired. We
saying.
got fired anyway. So what does it matter?
I didn't
We
get
all gonna get
fired. No,
fired.
no, it's a different fire. I did
Yeah.
my 4-year contract, and that's all I left. I knew what was up. I wasn't gonna stand around and let Vince McMahon bait me
Same
into
thing.
doing things. Let Vince McMahon baked me into doing things that I know I did not. I will regret later. I'm not like Ray. Ray keep his job because he hands and knees.
Man, you stupid. You out your mind.
Oh my God.
You out your natural born mind, son. Anyway, I'd like to thank Recite, our only sponsor for the Cat's Corner, re-site.com, Metro Atlanta's only source for construction needs. Go see our fine folks at Recite. Thanking our guest, KD Dunn. Done it. Done been there. Done that.
Kendrick
Done it
Dunn.
all.
Kendrick Dunn. He's on Facebook. He's on what else?
LinkedIn.
Instagram. What else you on, KD?
You know, yeah, Instagram, the real KD. I'm on Facebook, KD Dunn, LinkedIn, Hotmail. I'm not hard to find.
Ain't hiding from nobody. Ain't hiding from nobody.
Back page.
No, sir. I'll leave that
Skip
to
the
you.
games. Skip the games and see KD.
Hey, Big KD, thanks for coming on, man. Thanks for coming on, KD. Big Ray,
Anytime.
like
I'm
always,
ready to get
Big Ray. Good to have you in to join me today.
Yeah, I'm glad I was on your show.
Yeah. And you
Yeah.
keep talking.
Ernest
It
show.
may not
It
be
was a Ray
anymore.
show.
Yeah,
Tell him, KD.
We'll call it the Ray
We
Ray
didn't change
corner.
this to Ray Boom Boom show.
Yeah, the Boom Boom Room.
All right, big dog.
How about that?
All right. We'll catch you next time on the
All
Cat's
right,
Corner
that'll work.
Podcast.
Appreciate y'all.